What's up, everybody? RJ Bates III here. Welcome to the King Closers Formula, and welcome to the new setup for the new year. What do you guys think about that, man? Shout out to Cassie for all the hard work that she put in for my new background here. I'm so pumped about it. It's awesome. We still got some stuff that's on its way. Got a neon sign that says King Closer on it. That's going to go right above my head here. Get rid of the picture. But, man, I'm in love with it. It's everything that I ever wanted. And I talked about it last week during our live where I said, hey, make sure that you've got yourself an environment that you're comfortable with, that you're ready to kill the day. And my environment got better over the past couple of days. Hope you guys like it. Looks like you do in the comments. Listen, we got the Closers Formula coming up Thursday and Friday, January 18th and 19th. We're sold out. We've got people coming from 3 different continents, which is just mind-boggling that we've got people coming from South America, Europe, and, of course, North America. So in honor of the Closers Formula, we said, hey, let's kick it OG style. Let's just, RJ, pick up the phone. Let's talk to sellers. We've been doing a lot of talking, right, about the Closers Formula, comping and underwriting, productivity, the ways wholesalers mess up, all these different things. We've got to kind of wait from the seller calls. And we know you guys love to see the seller calls, so I'm excited. Today, it's just going to be me picking up the phone, calling some leads, talking to sellers, seeing how many contracts we can get. So I'm excited. If you guys are excited, drop a comment. Love to hear from you guys. Let's see who all we've got here. We got Rashawn Johnson. Here we go. Let's go. Mr. Jamie LeBlanc, who gave me the Viking picture back here. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Miss Cassie, for everything that you did for my background. What's up, Luis? What's up, brother? The backdrop looks good. Thank you. Thank you. Facebook user says, good afternoon, everyone. New background looks great, boss. Thank you. What's up, Mr. Velasco? Terrace said, I couldn't make it this time, but once I get the ball. Oh, you're talking about the Closers Formula. That's right. Well, at least you're here, and maybe today's live will help you get here next time. Eric says the new environment looks impeccable. Appreciate you, brother. All right, so today what I'm going to be doing is like I've got some Leadzola leads. I've got cold call leads. We might even hop on to speed the lead and buy some leads. Whatever we need to do to get a property under contract, that's what we're going to do today. So let's get started. Let's just get going. Listen, I'm gonna start right out of the gates with some of the newest Leadzola leads that we've had come in. Look at this, right out of the gates, Philadelphia. Everyone's been saying like, hey, we've been buying some Leadzola leads and they're in rural locations. I mean, that's not necessarily the case. I mean, we've been getting leads in Philadelphia, Louisville, Kentucky, places like that. So actually, this Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville. I did a live on Batch TV once. Got a deal in Louisville, Kentucky. We made $50,000 on it. So I've got a soft spot in my heart.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Roxana, this is RJ Bates calling about your property on Brookbend Way. You had entered it on the website saying that you were interested in selling. So if you could, give me a call back at 817-710-8689. Thank you. So Facebook user wants to know, are these inbound or outbound calls a day? So some of it, it's going to be a mixture. Almost everything is going to be somewhat of an inbound, though. It warmed up at least for me. Even the cold call leads, our VAs would have already called them, verified that they want to sell, and then I would be just calling to close. To this Facebook user about, you haven't gotten any leads since January 1st. There must be something going on there tech-wise. Send an email to RJ Bates, III at titanium.investments, and we'll send it to LeadZola, see if we can expedite that. Holy cow, a Utah lead. Let's see if we can end the misery of Utah.
Hello?
Hello, is this the owner of North Marjay Trail?
Yes.
Hello, this is RJ Bates. You had entered this on my website saying that you were interested in selling that property. Are you still looking to sell?
Depending on the price, yeah.
Awesome. What's the right price?
I don't know. You tell me what you could offer.
Well, I don't know much about the property, so we're going to have to kind of go through it a little bit. I got some information off the internet, but tell me a little bit about what's going on with it.
Well, it's not a house. It's a cabin. It's in a very highly desirable area, but it's obviously it's something that's going to have to be flipped.
Okay.
So if I wanted to take the time to do it, and I did it, you're looking at probably $500,000. Given that it's on 2 half acres, you're going to be looking at a full acre, and nobody's going to have that right on that prime lot right now. But being that I'm not going to, it's just too much for me to try to do.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I'm working something.
So when you say it's going to have to be flipped, what do you mean by that?
Well, somebody's going to have to put some work into it, the inside of it, some places. Well, I think I took pictures. I thought that maybe there was still, like, some of the drywall had been put up on the inside. It was originally started to be built in 1975. My dad did some stuff to it and some stuff he didn't. I'm trying to haul all the crap out there that he took up there over all the years right now, and that's overwhelming. Being that it's out in the middle of the forest, 6 miles back on a dirt road, everything I do there is draining for me. You're going to want to put a new deck on it. You're going to want to put new paint on it. You're going to want to finish the interior of it. You're going to want to make it something that somebody's going to want glamorous up there, not something that somebody built in 1975.
Right. So when I pulled it up, I see that it's like just slightly over 1,100 square feet. What's the bed and bath count on it?
Got 2 bedrooms downstairs with 1 bathroom. Upstairs is a great big loft. One side you could put 2 beds. No, one side there's not 2 beds. There's 1 bed upstairs on one side and 1 bed upstairs. And so there's 2 beds upstairs, but not a bedroom. It's like a great big loft.
Gotcha. And with it being a log cabin and it being kind of older, what's the condition of the exterior, like the wood? Would it need any retreatment to it?
It probably would. I'm going to be honest, it probably would. There's probably just a lot that needs to be done that I can. I put a new deck on one side before I had to put my dad in a facility, and there's HOAs up there, and they want stuff done, and I can't. I started cleaning up the outside while my dad had all kinds of junky snowmobiles that didn't work, and I started giving that away for work, or just if they help it off, they could take it for free.
Right.
It's plumbed. It's got electricity. It's got a septic tank. to my knowledge, there's 3 water tanks underneath of the cabin in the basement. Somebody could take those out and sell them, or you don't need them anymore. That was how we got water back in the early days.
So you put in 98 North Marjay.
98. There's part of it. I don't know if it sits on 98 or 100 because there's 2 lots: 98 Marjay and 100 Marjay.
Gotcha. Okay, let me punch in 100.
So there's 2 lots, just over a half acre each lot.
Gotcha. And so you think if it was completely fixed up because of the lot size and the location, it could go for like over 500?
Well, if I let you have full blocks, yeah. If it's just a lot below them, there was money.
And you didn't have an asking price at all?
No, I want to see what somebody wants to offer before I start asking around up there and see what somebody wants to do. And there's people all over the place up there, but I just don't, this is driving me into the ground. I already sentimental to me, but I just can't do it.
All right, let's see what.
To get all the pictures out of there, it's a lot. My dad built it in 1975. And we spent every summer, and it's very sentimental. I just can't. It's just too much for me.
I understand. Unfortunately, it's one of the tougher parts of my job is I have to kind of hear.
That's why politics is better. It's just going to be a black and white thing. If I start talking to people that know him up there, then I'm going to get emotionally, everybody knows him.
Right.
So you're going to sell it. That's what they're going to say.
Right. I mean, assuming with 1,100 square feet, and you saying it needs, pretty significant work, we're probably looking at what, like, because also the location is going to help or hurt us with like getting contractors. Sounds like that's kind of a pain point for you as well, as finding people that could go up there and actually do the work.
You've got people that go. You've got people that work up there all the time. I don't have for me to go up there and start getting it to the point where I can't get up in there and haul stuff out. I just had that surgery. I can't get in there and start hauling stuff out. I've got a guy up there right now that's ready to go work on it. If I pull the trigger.
Any idea of what it would cost? I'm guessing in my mind we're somewhere in like the $70,000 to $75,000 range. Does that sound somewhat reasonable?
No, you're at about $100,000 range because you are up there in the mountains, but you are going to pay for the way where you're sitting up there. You've got to go 50 miles to the nearest town for materials, and so you're going to pay for that.
Right. Okay, so closer to 100,000. All right. And then with the 2 lots, do you think it would make sense to build another cabin on the other lot, or just kind of combine it and just have it as like extra land for the cabin?
If you want to spend money on a surveyor to come in, because the surveyor has to come in, you have to legally split the lot. There's rules up there.
Gotcha.
Right now I'm paying HOA fees on each separate lot. I'm paying taxes on each separate lot. So if I wanted to take that and make it one, I have to have a surveyor come in, survey it all, make it one lot, and once it's one lot, you can't make it two, you can't break it apart again. And I don't know why my dad didn't make it look on here still. I just started researching it not long ago to see what I would have to do, but you have to spend more money to get it made into one lot.
Gotcha. So when I
Which was selling point to somebody, because then they're not paying 2 taxes and 2 HOAs because it is one lot. So it'd be something on the flip side that you would feel this, which is a selling point.
in this cabin is the one with the green roof, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's a metal roof.
Yeah. Okay. Because when I searched the address, it pulled up 115 North Marjay, but it showed this house. So I guess
It's got green paint.
so it's the big. Oh wow, that thing is huge. Okay, no, I was looking at the smaller one across the street. You're talking about the big 2-story one with like the cinder blocks underneath the deck.
Yep, that's the one.
Holy cow, that thing.
Everything down to the corner is that belongs to that property.
I see.
So when you're looking at it, there's a view that goes from the street. The property goes down to the creek where the road is. It'll go down to the creek and then it goes all the way up.
Right.
And there's a driveway. There's a driveway on each side that goes in a circle all the way around, so you can access it from either side. And then the driveway also loops down to the bottom walk. So there's actually 2 driveways you can access from either side that goes in a circular, 2 circular driveways.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me pull up in another software of mine and see if I can find some more information about the property. Just off of initial glance, I mean, and based off of the repairs and what you're saying the value would be, I'm probably going to be somewhere in the low 2s. Is that something that sounds something that you would contemplate?
Yes.
Man, the only problem sometimes I run into when it's properties like this, kind of in the middle of nowhere, is can't find information about it. I've got 3 different softwares I'm using, and
I'm gonna tell you that the plans to it were written on a brown paper bag. I mean, it's not a lot you're gonna find on this cabin. The nearest town is Duck Creek Village. It's in the 70s. There was nothing up there. Now it's just jam packed, full of people, and those side by side. You know, one of those things called the buggies that go up there and ride all over. And,
right.
And now they're making a side to Swing. It's called Swing Creek, and they're making a side to it. Everybody's mad, but it's gonna increase the property value. It's gonna piss a lot of people off because it's gonna bring in more people. But they're gonna put a brewery. They're going to put a gas station. They're going to put single property residences and condominiums, which is we've never been able to do a lot of these things, and now they're putting it in up there. This guy came in with a bunch of money, and so it's going to drive the property value up even more. So a lot of people are going to be pissed and will move out, but the other people that want to be up there will move right in.
And the property is vacant, right? You're not living in it?
No, I'm not living in it. I'd have to wait till the spring to go up and to clean the inside out. I mean, unless you just want to take it as is, but there's all of his belongings are in it. I mean, I've gone in and taken all the pictures that I want out of there.
I mean, you tell me what's the most important thing to you? I mean, is it money? Is it time? like, what are you trying to accomplish with selling the property? Is it just to get out from underneath it and get compensated for that?
Well, I mean, number one, financially, it's draining me because I have my own home here. Now I'm paying taxes on that, and I'm paying HOA fees on that. I'm trying to keep up with what the HOA wants. He had a bunch of like crap outside, and I've had to go up there and clean all that up. I've got to get in there and clean everything out that's on the inside. If I decide that I'm going to go ahead and go through with it, I'm going to end up going in there and cleaning it out because I'm not going to be able to afford to pay somebody to do it. And then I'll have to hire somebody when it comes down to the nitty gritty. I'll have to take out a loan, which is going to put me further in. And then after that, then I'm going to be emotionally invested in it, and I'm going to probably want to keep it, and it's draining me.
Right.
So I don't want to ask somebody up there because, like the first person I mentioned it, she said, "Oh, I know exactly." And I thought, well, I don't want everybody and their brother that knows him to judge me. I don't want it getting back to him. I mean, it would be his pride and joy, but I can't do everything. I can't do it all.
Right.
So I just want it done. I just need to have one more thing off my list to be done with.
When you say spring is when you could go get the things out, middle of March or April, or when specifically do you think that could take place?
No, that's early May. I mean, you gotta wait till all the snow melts. I don't pay for the driveways to be plowed.
Right.
No, right now I can't get in there. I mean, maybe if I had four-wheel drive, but that driveway is really super steep.
Yeah, I see that.
I can't risk it,
I mean, would that be okay to wait until early May to close, or is that too long for you?
No, that's fine. If you want to take the stuff in there, you can keep it. I either way.
The reason why I say it is because I always feel weird when I, buy a house and people leave stuff. Because for us, most of the time we just throw that stuff away, right? Because we're going to come in and remodel the house and everything. And I'm assuming there's stuff in there that you might want to keep, or I don't know, discard, more politely than the way that we would, is I guess the most appropriate way for me to say that. So, and the other thing is it's beneficial for us if we don't close until May, because we're going to have struggles as well with getting contractors up there and everything with the snow and the winter and everything like that. So it's kind of if you're okay with waiting till May, it's more beneficial for us if we do it that way.
Well, what you'll want to do, I'm fine until May. I'm sorry, I'm working at the same time.
It's okay.
What did I just do? Yeah, one second. Yeah, what you want to do is start reaching out to contractors up there now, because they're starting to book their winter work their spring work and summer work now.
Right.
So I don't have a problem closing in May, and I can go up there and get, as soon as there's enough snow. I do my husband has a four-wheel drive truck. I can get in that and go. He doesn't want anything to do with it up there.
All right. Whose name is the property under? Is it under your name or is it under your dad's?
It's under my name. Well, I'm guessing that up there you just do a quick claim deed and everything's done.
So
that truck in my name, then they switch the path of water over in my name. So that's one thing. As soon as you take the responsibility of it, they charge you a water bill, whether you use 0 gallons up to 10,000 gallons at one amount, and you have to start paying that water bill right away.
Right.
Like they automatically put it in your name, they don't care who you are.
So what we would do is we close through a title company, but we would take on the expense of that. So because we would want to make sure to get title insurance on the property itself. So, but we cover all of those closing costs. So it's no expense to you, especially considering the fact that we're going to have so much time from now until May for the closing. That's plenty of time for. Normally, title companies can get it done in a couple of weeks, so giving them that much time is plenty of work time.
Okay.
Let's see here. What do you think about closing on May 10th?
Depending on how much snowpack they get this year, that sounds great, but I can't guarantee that there's. Last year it was so bad in snow that in early June it was not good to get up there.
I got you. Well, I'm just going to put May 31st, and it's on or before, so we can always close before.
Perfect.
And if we need to extend because of whatever reasons, we can also do that. All right. And when you filled out my form, I don't know if you purposely didn't put in your name or if it just didn't come across. I didn't catch your name. What is your name?
Lisa O'Leary.
So I've got Lisa O'Leary, and then the subject property, I've got 98 North Margate Trail. But is it 98 and 100 North Margate Trail? Because you said it's two separate lots. Are you sure that that's the address for it?
Yeah, if you give me 1 second, or actually you can go look on King County Assessor's Office.
Okay.
King County, KANE.
Okay.
County, Utah Assessor's Office. And I would, but I'm like I said, I'm trying to work it right now, and I have a $35 million customer. I can't let.
No, you're good. Let me deal with that.
You will be able to see if you type in my last name under. You'll be able to see, and I do owe back taxes. I think I owe like $3,000 in back taxes. I think, or it might be more. I don't know.
So that would just come out of the closing proceeds. Yep, there it is. All right. Well, you sound busy.
Yeah, I have two really big accounts, and I'm like, super. I'm gonna have the five. I can't help this customer right now. I can't. No, these. These customers should not be sitting. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, it was like $10,000 in back taxes, and I got them all paid up and down. And then now the last couple of years since my dad fell, now I'm out of totally deal with the taxes. But it was all under his name and all the taxes were like that. And then I took over and now I've got it screwed up.
Well, hopefully this will be out of your hair pretty soon. The AOL email, is that a good one for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, you were not joking. My audio was not good. My mic got pushed all the way back to the back. I don't know who did that. Is that better for you guys? All right. So I just sent over a purchase agreement to that email.
Okay.
It's pretty basic. This allows us to open up title with the title company. I'm going to have to find a local one that works inside of King County. Probably take us about a day just to call and make sure that they can do everything that we need them to do. But once you sign this, we would send this off to the title company, open up title. We'll wait on the title commitment to come back from the title company just to make sure that everything's good. That'll also get us exactly how much you owe on those back taxes. And then once we start getting a little bit of better weather, we'll want to go up there, just do a simple walkthrough, just verify that it's I mean, you were pretty transparent about it, and we do this a lot, so kind of understand the situation.
You can go up there. They plow the road. If you want to put snowshoes on or snow boots and walk up the hill and go up there, you can probably still get in the back door. Neither of the doors are locked.
Gotcha. So yeah, we'll probably get up there pretty quickly. Just do, walk through, and then we'll want to do another one right before closing. But yeah, if you want to take a look at that real quick, just let me know if you have any questions about it. It's pretty simple. It's like 2 pages, not a whole lot to it. So.
Okay. All right. So can I look at this sale thing when I'm not working?
Absolutely. Take your time. This number that I called you from is my office line. If you call in, someone else will probably answer. Anyone here can answer any questions. My name's RJ Bates. I am the owner of the company. So if you have any questions, just feel free to call back. If you need to talk to me specifically, just ask for RJ. But anyone here can help you. Besides Kristen, she's just a bookkeeper, so she can't help you with buying and selling real estate. But anyone else can. And like I said, we'll try to make this a smooth transaction for you and get this out of your hair. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisa. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh man, that was hard for her. I felt you could hear the emotion there at the end. I am so sorry about the audio. I hope y'all could hear her through the majority of that. I somehow, with the new backdrop and everything, my microphone just got jacked and was basically pointed the opposite direction. So hopefully you guys could hear her. But this is what I am looking at here on the profit calculator. So ARV, I think we're being very conservative with the 500,000. Once I got some more information there on Privy, I was able to find a sold newer construction, 1994, not 1975. But similar lot size, similar size house for $645. And then we have an active at similar square foot, smaller lot built in 2005 at $793. So I feel like we're being very conservative at $500,000. She sounded like she knew what she was talking about with the $100,000. I mean, I hit her with the $70,000 to $75,000. Now that's when I thought the property was 1,100 square feet. When I actually found the property itself, it was the one twice as big on the other side of the road there. So $100,000 on the repairs. I sent her the contract for $200,000. Put in a $25,000 assignment fee, so we sell it to our end buyer for $225,000. Their potential profit would be $115,000 after the holding costs and closing costs, and leaves them with a profit percent of 23%. So a really good deal for our end buyer, and of course, I would love it because it would end the nightmare of Utah. Now, I have gotten properties under contract in Utah. I just haven't been able to get them across the finish line in Utah. Hopefully this is the one. It is pretty remote. That is a concern, but the value is there. The time is there too, right? We're not dealing with a seller that's like, hey, I need to close in 2 weeks. Like, we're given a lot of time to be able to find our end buyer. Now let's see. This is in Duck Creek Village, Utah. I only have 12 buyers on InvestorLift in that city. Let's see about the county, because that's what we do. Hey, if we don't have a lot of buyers in the city, maybe we can go to the county. We've got 2,700 buyers in Kane County. Actually 2,738. So pretty confident that we'll be able to move it because of the time and because of the numbers themselves. Feel pretty good about that one. Man, that would be sick if we were able to get a Utah deal, specifically on the live. Man, I didn't expect it to go this damn well. I mean, first person I talked to. So let me move this real quick. Offer made. All right, let's get back to it. Let's get another one. Pretty sure it was the new background. The new background is 1 for 1.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 539222 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Paul, this is RJ Bates calling about your property on North Norfolk Street, or North Norfolk Place. I'm sorry. You had entered this on my website saying that you were interested in selling that property. If you could, give me a call back at 817-710-8689. Thank you. So Peter asked, am I still using Trello for CRM? No, we actually transitioned to Monday. Pretty similar to Trello, but it has better reporting capabilities, and the leads are just imported through a simple Zapier. What's up, Jeffrey? You missed the first closing already.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voice mailbox that has not been set up yet.
I mean,
Call has been forwarded to an
attorney
automated
states
voice
suck,
messaging
but
system.
still do deals there.
406-399 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hey, Caitlin, this is RJ Bates calling about your property on 2nd Street. You had entered it on my website saying that you were interested in selling that property. If you could, give me a call back at 817-710-8689. Thank you. Ooh, Colorado. That's always been one of my most difficult states. How crazy would it be to get Colorado and Utah? Crazy. Y'all want to see something cool? Watch this. Bam!
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Willie.
Willie! Oh, man, Willie's going to sell me a house.
Is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hey, Willie, this is RJ Bates calling about your property there on County Road 42. You had entered it on my website saying you wanted to sell that thing. So if you could, give me a call back at 817-710-8689. Thank you. James says blue is fire, so we're going to run with the blue for a little bit. Oh, man. Look at that. How about them boys? Just so disappointing.
Hello,
Hey, is Brandon there?
this is Brandon.
Hey, Brandon, this is RJ Bates calling about your property there on 6th Avenue. You had entered it on my website saying that you were looking to sell that property. You still looking to sell?
Yeah.
Awesome. How much you looking to get for that property?
At least 225 if I could,
Okay.
or 200 somewhere in there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, tell me a little bit about what you got going on.
So it just, I just have some cancer issues that came up,
Oh,
and
man.
won't be able to pay my mortgage anymore, and I don't want to wait for it to be on the market, so I need a quick sale.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
It's tough. It's a good house and everything. I just had the water and everything shut off before winter because I didn't want the pipes or anything to freeze. But that's where I was staying at, my main residence, before I went to the hospital. So yeah, it's a nice place. It's just not being. I'm just in the hospital right now.
all right. Let me take a look here. It's a 2-bed, 1-bath, like 1,248 square feet.
Yeah.
You said it's a good house. So what's the condition like? Does it need any work to it, or is it in pretty good condition?
It's in pretty good. It's in really good condition. Really, really good condition.
Gotcha. Okay. Give me a few seconds. I'm pulling up some information about it.
Yep.
How did you come up with the price of $200 for it?
Just because I had some medical bills and everything that I accumulated, and that I was trying to shoot for $200,000 just to take some of these medical bills and take care of them as well.
Gotcha. Do you own it free and clear, or do you? You said you have a mortgage on it, don't you?
I got a mortgage on it.
How much do you owe on the mortgage?
I owe $120,000.
So if we got you 200, you'd be walking with like 80. All right. It's got a basement of 416 square feet. Is that right?
Yep. That's where the laundry and everything I do all my laundry at down there.
So it's finished out?
It's not finished. It's still the concrete walls and everything, but it's just a big open space down there.
Gotcha. Yeah, we got a property on Grant Avenue that's active for 210. Similar size of yours. It's got a little bit bigger of a basement. It's newer. Listed for 210. The problem that I run into in these situations is that, I'm an investor, so I have to have some sort of exit strategy with the property, right? So it's in good condition. So it's not really a flip. Rental wise, I'm not sure if I paid 200, I'd be able to get enough in rental income from it. Some of them are going for like, 1,300, 1,200 around there. And then, as far as like creatively, we could do something where it's like I take over the mortgage, just give you cash to walk away, and then I could potentially like sell or finance it myself. But you need like 80,000 cash. That's a lot to come out to essentially take over that $120,000 mortgage.
I could drop it to like anything like 175. If that's okay, or 150. Just as long as I get out on top of this, I don't want to cure any more debts than I already have, because I know I'm curing the debt here in the hospital as well.
Yeah, and that's, I always tell people, I'm in the business of buying real estate, but in reality, I'm in the business of trying to help people in similar circumstances to you, right? It's like, hey, I just need to utilize my real estate so I can fix what's happening in my life. It's like, I want to be able to do that. I also don't want to poke you in the eyeball. It's like, I don't want to just come in and be like, hey man, here's what we can do. And it'd be some low ball offer. If we did the 150, so you'd be walking away with like 30. How much is the monthly payment on that mortgage?
$1,275.
And
$1,275.
that includes taxes and insurance?
Yeah, that includes everything.
How quickly do you need the 30,000?
Whenever you can get it. It doesn't have to be a rush on there. Whenever, if you want to come take a look at it, I can walk you through it and everything too. Not a problem whatsoever.
Is it like a couple of weeks? If I said a month, is that too long? A month? Month and a half?
Yeah.
Because you still got your stuff in it, right?
I can get my sister to move it, everything out of there. All I had in it was my bed and stuff. I'm single too, so it just had a couch and a bed and the refrigerator and stuff in there. But yeah, I don't really have a lot of furniture.
Because what I'm thinking here is, realistically, if like you said, hey man, I really just don't want to deal with this, and like I just need the 30,000 and it'd be done with it. What I could do is I could put it out there for sale on terms. So basically, I become the bank to whoever's going to buy this from me, and then I tell them I need 30,000 down, and they give me the 30,000. I give that to you, and then I buy the property from you for 30,000 and subject to the existing mortgage. So we leave that mortgage in place, and then you're paying 12 something, and then I'm going to finance it to them where they're going to pay me like $1,600 a month and I make like $400 a month.
Yeah.
That would be the only way that I could potentially help you. The other option would be you go hire a realtor, list it on the MLS, sell it for somewhere around the 200,000, and you walk away with more money, but you're going to have the showings, you're going to have inspections. You're going to have all of that as well. So, and my only fear is just, I mean, is someone going to want this house, and are they going to have the 30,000 cash to put down in the location? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't necessarily need an answer from you now, but that would kind of be the offer that I could make to you is like, hey man, I can try to help you out. And if that's something you want to run with, and maybe we try it out for a couple of weeks. And if it's not working, no one has 30,000 cash, then we could just, move our separate ways, and you could hire a realtor and go on.
Yeah, you bet. That'll work. Let's try that out first, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is it's going to take me a little bit of time to write this up because this is a pretty unique and creative scenario. I'm going to need to write up an agreement that basically says, hey, we're buying it subject to the existing mortgage. We're giving you $30,000 cash, and then we're making it contingent upon us locating a buyer prior to closing. And so then what we would do is once we find that buyer, we would just do like a simultaneous closing. So when they pay us, title company would collect that 30,000, then immediately just give that to you. And then we would take the ownership, and then the ownership would actually pass on to them, and we would become a lender in second lien position. So a lot of real estate jargon there, but essentially just your mortgage is not going to get paid off. Okay. It's going to stay in place, and you're just getting 30,000 to kind of walk away from it if you're okay with that.
That's fine. That's more than fun.
Okay. All right, Brandon. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my transaction coordinator. His name's Keaton. Tell him the situation, have him draft those documents up. I have your email as your name 289@gmail.com. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's the one.
All right. I will get that sent over to you via email. And the phone number I just called you from is our office line. Again, my name is RJ Bates. Our company is Titanium Investments. And if you have any questions, feel free to call in. Anyone here can help you, but if you need to speak to me specifically, just ask for RJ Bates. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brandon. Bye-bye.
You bet. Bye.
Oh, the background's 2 for 2, baby. The background might not ever have a non-closing call. That's all I'm saying. Wow. That is in Montana. I don't even know how to say the name of the city. It's just, we're on fire. I love it. That was crazy. Terrence said the most important thing I'm learning from this so far is the free flow of conversation. Absolutely, Terrence. But you saw right there. I mean, it was the closer's formula, right? Hey, Brandon, are you still looking to sell? Yep. How much are you looking to get for it? 225, 200. He price dropped himself right there from the beginning. He started 225, 200. What you got going on? He talked about his cancer. Didn't really talk about the property, right? Because we're not asking about the property. It's the power of the open-ended questions. Tell me a little bit about what you got going on. And then from there, you know, there was some awkward silence, right? I had to do my due diligence, figure it out, realize, hey, basically asset full market value. I educate, right? Why am I educating? Because what bucket does he fit in as a seller? He is in the highly motivated, price is not right bucket. This is the most common bucket that we will be talking to every single day. So what do you have to do? You have to educate. Hey, I'm in the business of helping people. I'm not in the business of poking them in the eyeball and lowballing them. You know, how much do you owe in your mortgage? Maybe there's a creative solution because he has a mortgage. So what is that? Hey, our exit strategy, flip, rental, seller finance. Those are our 3 exit strategies. Determine our acquisition strategy. Well, we can't do cash. We can't do seller finance. So could we do sub 2? Yes, because there's pain, there's motivation. Hey, 80,000 cash to walk away so we can buy sub 2. That's just not going to happen on a $200,000 house. He says, well, I could do 175. I could do 150. I just need to be done. That is a lot of pain, a lot of motivation. And at the end of the day, we don't want to ever, you know, take advantage of people. So, hey, this is my solution. We'll see if we can get an end buyer to come along and bring $30,000 cash and we can wrap it. And see what we can do. So our exit strategy there is we are seller financing the property, and our acquisitions would be a hybrid of, you know, a little bit of cash with sub 2. That was a crazy good call. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's do another one. Hello, this is RJ Bates calling about your property on Rosemont Road. You had entered it on my website saying that you're looking to sell. If you could, give me a call back at 817-710-8689. Thank you. Getting warmed up for the closers formula, baby. Sante.
Hello.
Hi, it's Sante there.
Who's speaking?
This is RJ Bates. I was calling about your property there on Arthur Terrace. You had entered it on my website saying that you're interested in selling.
Yeah, I just from that.
Okay. Yeah, you entered it on my website. Are you still looking to sell it?
Yeah, just a moment, please.
Okay. Hello. Hi, my name's RJ Bates. You guys had entered the property there on Arthur Terrace saying you wanted to sell it.
Can you call me back later on?
Sure. So you guys are wanting to sell the property though?
Yes, we do. I can talk to you later.
Okay, when should I call back? Okay, sounds good. I'm sorry? Oh, it's not this one? Sure. What's your number?
233 5667.
Okay. And are you the seller or are you an agent or what's your role?
Yes, no, I'm his wife.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, I'll call you then.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. Man, my lucky quarter. Where's my quarter? Yeah, where's my fidget stuff always gets taken away. All right.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, this is RJ Bates calling about your property on Cherrydale Street. You had entered it on my website saying that you were looking to sell. If you could, give me a call back at 817-710-8689. Thank you. The seller's audio was choppy on my side. That wasn't the mic. They just had bad reception. Nothing we can do about that. All right, what do we got? What do we got next? Give me a second. We got called no answers. So we've already tried to call these. To be a little picky on these. If you have a JV deal, send it to jv@titanium.investments. Make sure you have it under contract. Okay. Why am I being so picky? I just need to call someone. This is in North Carolina. Can someone tell me what is blue? The lights? Still blue.
252-724 is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any message.
The subscriber you have dialed is not in service. If you feel you've received...
I wasn't kidding. They do have financial difficulties. North Dakota. That sounds exciting. Add that to Utah and Montana. What's up, Nathan? If you guys haven't checked out Nathan Payne, you need to check him out. He's a cool dude. Start by watching our podcast we did together.
No.
Hey, is Joseph there? Hey, Joseph, this is RJ Bates calling about your property on 86th Street. You had entered that on my website saying that you were looking to sell. You still looking to sell that property?
I think we might have found the buyer already. We're kind of in the early stages yet, but I'm pretty sure I got a buyer.
Gotcha. So they already made you an offer and sent you a contract and everything?
Well, they've made an offer. That's not quite what we're looking for, but
How much you want for it?
The family that moving in. Well, we're asking $250, and they offered us $240.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, we're real close. So,
Yeah.
in the essence of time, and because I'm looking at moving out of the area, I've been working. It's been 3 years in another town and renting an apartment and whatnot. And I'm thinking we're trying to get the family moved up here. So, but yeah, I think I might if they take closing costs and whatnot, then I think I might take their offer.
Yeah. That sounds like a pretty good offer, to be honest with you, man.
Yeah.
If it were me, I'd take it. So,
Yeah.
not to pump up my competition, but that sounds like a pretty good offer. So,
Yeah.
all right, man. Well, I appreciate your time, and yeah, I'll take you off our list. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Bye-bye. All right. Well, we ended the perfect streak.
Hey, I'm sorry, I'm away from the phone right now, so this on this beat, please leave your name and number. When I get a chance, I'll give you a call. Thanks for calling. Bye. Please be aware, if you don't leave a message, I won't call you back.
Hey, Joe, this is RJ Bates calling about your property on 63rd Street. You had entered it on my website saying that you're interested in selling. If you could, give me a call back at 817-710-8689. Thank you. All right.
I'm sorry, you can't leave a message because the person you called has a voicemail box that hasn't been set up yet.
Hello,
Hi, is Beth there?
wrong number.
Okay, are you the owner of 1339 Golf Link Drive? No. All right, see you later. We are using a landline.
Please leave your message for 267-248-6888.
Hey, Modesto, this is RJ. Give me a call back. 817-710-8689. Thank you. We have a phone system throughout our office. Ooh, Delaware. That sounds fun. But RJ, all my leads are rural. Closing Utah, Montana, and Delaware.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hello, this is RJ Bates calling about your property on Duck Creek Lane. You had entered it on my website saying that you're looking to sell. If you could, give me a call back, 817-710-8689. Thank you. Top Sham. Hot diggity damn. We did a deal in Top Sham, Maine.
Hello?
Hi, is Ivan there?
Yeah.
Hi, Ivan. This is RJ Bates calling about your property on Diamond Road. You had entered it on my website saying that you were interested in selling that property.
Yes.
You still looking to sell?
I'm still looking to sell, yes, but it's going through realtors right now.
Oh, okay. So it's listed.
It's not listed yet until the realtors are out of there, which is the end of next month.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm potentially interested. You had entered it on my website, so that's what kind of gave me your information. Want to give you a call. How much are you going to be asking for the property?
I'm not sure at the moment. Really still trying to come up with everything.
Okay. Well, I guess do you just want to give me a call back when you figure out, what you want to do there? I mean, because I'm a buyer.
Yeah, I'll for sure give you a call back then. That's the same number that's listed that you called me here?
Yeah, that's my office line.
Okay. What is your name?
My name is RJ.
RJ?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put that down, my contact.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, just I guess let me know. Because we're cash buyers. There's no realtor commissions or anything like that. So I guess whenever you decide how much you want for it and when you want to sell it, just give me a call back.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
I would never be that person. I want to sell it, but no, I've got a buyer on the phone. I'm not even gonna throw out a number. Like, bro, you don't have a number? What's full market value? Did you say 400,000? Ooh, it's a lot. This could be a 2-minute close.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Chris, this is RJ Bates calling about your lot there that you entered on my website. If you could, give me a call back at 817-710-8689. Thank you. Lopez, I'm in Texas. Hey, there's quite a few people watching here in Texas. What CRM do I use? We're using Monday. You guys love talking about CRMs. Cracks me up. Show you guys how to do so much stuff. The most common question I get asked, what CRM I use.
Hi, you reached Stephen Adams. I couldn't get to the phone right now. Just leave me your name and number, and I'll get back with you. Thank you.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this.
See what else we got. You guys wanted to, who's my marketing agency? Ain't got no marketing agency. Titanium, baby. What's your typical first call closing rate? I know I close a lot of deals. Let's go with this top sham. Call our leads every day. Eric, you crack me up.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Rich Waltsack.
Is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you finish recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hey, Rich, this is RJ Bates calling about your property there in Top Sham. Just wanted to see if you're still wanting to sell it. Give us a call back, 817-710-8689. Thank you. No, we do not run PPC in-house. We do the paper lead models. So in the show description, we've got Speed to Lead and Lead Zolo that we buy the leads from. What happened here? I'm going to call some old leads. See if I can resurrect something. $42.5. Let's do it.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voice mailbox that isn't.
You guys recognize that voicemail? Bro, what happened here? Some of the leads, the contact information is gone. Do I think you should go all in with Leadzola and Speed to Lead leads? Well, I mean, I can't speak for your budget, your closing abilities, and stuff like that. But I mean, I'll say this: that's where we are. I mean, we've got cold callers still cold calling our data, but I mean, I'm not relying on cold call. So, I mean, yeah, if you had the ability to close and you had the ability to underwrite deals and sell, then yeah, it's a great method for you.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
If your team is apprehensive about going for the close of the first call because they don't want to lose the lead, I mean, I would ask them, what are you saving the lead for? This is like cooking a juicy steak and then be like, well, I don't want to eat it. Okay, well, when are you going to eat it? It's fresh right now, baby. Closers close. What are you saving it for? Nah, man. And you gotta go for it. Sounds to me like they need to watch some of my videos. They need to probably go through the closers formula training and get over whatever fears they have manufactured in their own head, because it just doesn't exist. Like they might have might be true. Hello? Hello, is Ann there? Come on. No, I'm just gonna call you back.
Your call has been forwarded to an.
I mean, to me, Addison, what that sounds like is that they've probably been corrupted with the thought that, you know, it's going to take several calls. We have to build rapport, all this. Facts are, look at the first 2 calls I got. I think my rapport that I built with those sellers stronger than anybody else that could have called and, you know, had 3 or 4 conversations with them.
Been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the time, please record your message.
This is an Australian voicemail. Hey, Ricky, this is RJ Bates calling about your property on Squire Bridge Road. You had entered it on my website. If you could, give me a call back at 817-710-8689. Thank you. Did you guys catch that a voicemail?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Mitchell
Is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Mitchell, this is RJ Bates calling about your property there that you entered on my website saying you want to sell. If you could, give me a call back at 817-710-8689. Thank you. All right, the blue has lost its lucky charm. Let's go green for money. Green turns me red.
Hi, it's Marty with Allied Labs Electric. Yeah, my name will take your phone call right now, so please leave your name, phone number, and a brief message, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Marty, this is RJ Bates calling about your property there on Wasilla. If you could give me a call back at 817-710-8689. Thank you. But Sean, whoever doesn't answer today will get called tomorrow and every day following until we get an answer.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hello, this is RJ Bates calling about your property there on Emerald Street. You had entered it on my website saying that you're interested in selling that property. If you could, give me a call back at 817-710-8689. Thank you. So is the approach the same when answering an inbound call from direct mail? So we are actually bringing in REI print mail on a monthly basis. We're going to be doing a live with them to talk about direct mail marketing. We're going to be running campaigns, utilizing their services and showing you guys how to do that. However, is the closer's formula the same when it comes to inbound from direct mail? Yes. It's, hey, I got your postcard. It's okay. You're looking to sell that property? Yes. Okay. Well, how much are you asking for it? And then we just flow right from there. I don't put too much stock in like where the lead came from, because at the end of the day, I still need to know the exact same questions, right? Do you want to sell? How much do you want for it? And then tell me what you got going on. What's your situation? Regardless of the lead generating activity.
No,
Hi, is Christy there?
Max is calling.
This is RJ Bates. I was calling about your property on Twin Lakes Drive. You had entered it on my website saying that you're interested in selling that property.
Is this an agency?
I think you saw my ad on YouTube. It was a video, and then you clicked on it and you filled out a form. I'm a buyer. Not in.
Do you sell distressed properties or in good condition properties? Because mine's in great condition.
Well, I mean,
It's not a distressed sale.
I don't necessarily only buy ugly properties. I mean, I can buy pretty properties, but it just kind of depends on the situation. I mean, if you're wanting to sell for, full market value, I'm not a realtor, so we don't do that. I mean,
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much. No, I'm getting a realtor.
okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, bye.
So that was a divorce lead that came in through Lead Zolo. And no, that's not a refund. That's just the reality of the paper lead model. You're going to have to go through those to get to the 2 contracts that we got early on. All right, let's do something. Let's see what we got. See if we can call what leads will get you a refund. Someone that's not wanting to sell, or like something that's listed and they said they weren't. I mean, to be honest with you, I can't remember the last time we like actively were like, hey, we need a refund for this. Lopez Investing, we are in Fort Worth, Texas.
I'm sorry, but the person you called.
The team said right before I went live, I said, hey, how many do y'all want me to get? They said 3. So I gotta get another one.
The mailbox belonging to.
Hey, is Caitlin there? Hey, Caitlin, this is RJ Bates. I was calling you back about your property on 2nd Street that you had entered on our website about selling.
Yes.
Awesome. You still looking to sell that property?
Absolutely.
How much you looking to get for it?
Honestly, if I could get 90 out of it, I would be on happy.
90. 90, you would be happy or unhappy?
Beyond happy.
Oh, beyond. I thought you said unhappy. I was like, well, tell me the number you'll be happy with. Let's start with that one first.
Yeah, 90 is my bottom number I could possibly go. I've been trying to sell it for the past almost year now, and lots of lookies, but no one wants to pull the trigger.
Gotcha. Why do you think no one wants to pull the trigger?
Yep.
I said, why do you think no one wants to pull the trigger?
I was on my cell phone. I'm driving at the same time, so I apologize. Honestly, because the rates in Montana is really stuck. I know the last time I had one of my friends, she got pre-qualified for 15%.
Holy cow. That's crazy.
Yeah, and she's got phenomenal credit right now as well. Like, it's probably somewhere. The last time her and I took a look at her credit before she applied to buy my house in general, her credit was sitting right around 780, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Yep.
So the property, what I've got pulled up is it's a 1-bed, 1-bath, 737 square feet.
Technically, it's a 1-bedroom, 2-bath. Because upstairs, there's 2 bedrooms that's a non-conforming, but yeah. And the footage, I do believe it's closer to 1038 if I remember correctly.
1038, is that including like basement square footage?
No, that's livable square footage.
Livable, okay.
Yep.
All right. Makes a little bit of difference. What's got you looking to sell?
I'm trying to get my husband down to Missouri so we can buy a new place down here for
because I work down here. Myself and my kids are down here, and he's just stuck up there trying to sell the house.
Man, that sucks. Okay.
Yeah, it does. It really does. My poor kids have been without their father for almost a little over a year now.
What city in Missouri are you looking to get a property in?
Well, what I want to do is buy some land. We're over in Marshfield. I want to buy some land. There's a little plot that I've been looking at. It's 20,000, 4 acres, and it would be beyond perfect to have, my dogs be able to run wild out there because they're stuck in a little tiny yard right now.
You said it's in Marshfield?
Yep.
Marshfield. Okay, where's that? Right outside Springfield? Okay.
Yeah, it's, I want to say 30 miles south of Springfield, I believe. Something like that.
Right. Do you owe a mortgage on the property in Montana?
We do, but I do believe it is 45,000 left on it right now.
45,000. Okay. So funny enough, I got a lead in your city there in Montana. By the way, how do you say the name of your city?
Okay, so the running joke of the entire town was our two leading fathers basically were fighting over who was going to name it, and the guy, one of them said, "Fine, you can have her."
Oh, that's excellent. So it's Havre, Montana?
Yep.
Okay. So we run these campaigns across the United States, right? So we buy real estate anywhere. And today I've gotten 2 leads in Havre, Montana. It's crazy. So I just got off the phone with a gentleman, and he's in a situation where he's like, I got to sell. He's got cancer. He's in a hospital, and he's like, I got to get rid of this property. So I came up with a solution for him, and I'm going to be able to help him out. And it sounds like we might potentially be able to do some sort of hybrid situation here with your deal as well. Totally get that you want 90,000, but if there was a situation where we could leave the existing mortgage in place, but if you were able to get enough money to buy your land there in Marshfield, would that be beneficial to you enough, or is it like, hey, I really need the 45,000 in order to do what we need to do here in Missouri?
Pretty much, we need the full 90, unfortunately. So we can get my husband, pay off the house, pay off his truck, because the new company that took over our bank will not accept payments over the phone, so he has to physically go into the bank and make the payments, which is beyond bizarre to me. And then have him get down here with all the rest of our stuff, because we left a good chunk of our stuff up in Montana because he's still living there. And with all of that done and over with, we'll be lucky to have right around 10,000 to be able to get down to Missouri.
Gotcha. So this is actually, you have it listed on the MLS, right?
I'm so sorry, on what?
On the like with a realtor?
Yeah, but we can pull it whenever we need to.
Gotcha.
She's a family friend, so if we have to pull it, it's not going to hurt my feelings, to be honest. And I know that's a bad way to burn bridges, but my husband's more important than family friends.
Right. And the feedback that you've gotten from the showings has just been they can't get enough, or they can't get the appropriate lending with better terms. There hasn't really been feedback as far as like the property condition or anything like that.
Property is fantastic. We've done a lot of stuff outside as well as inside, and we're So I didn't leave a whole bunch of stuff that we've done in the basement as well too.
Gotcha.
My husband's actually in the process of completely redoing the wooden floor that's been in there since 1920s because he's bored.
So what's crazy is like taking a look in the area. I mean, there's value, like there's higher value properties in the neighborhood. I mean, like you have properties that have sold for quite a bit. I see one that's sold. It was June of last year, but it sold for 163. I'm just curious as to why, and it was on your street. It was on 2nd Street. Just curious why yours has been sitting for so long. How? Because you said you've been trying to sell it for like a year.
Just shy of a year, yeah, like 6 months, 7 months, something like that.
Man, I mean, I would love to say, hey, I could do the 90,000. Just looking at the pictures here, it does say it's 736 square feet though on the listing.
I know it does.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's hurting you. I mean, because if it's actually a little bit over 1,000 square feet, I mean, to a buyer, I mean, I'm looking at that's 300 square feet. I mean, that makes a drastic difference on the price per square foot that a buyer is paying.
Exactly. And I've already talked to my realtor multiple times about getting it fixed. And she said that I have to call the county appraiser, along with other things to get it all done. And she said that if I want it done, I got to pay out of pocket for it. And I still have the money for it right now.
Jeez.
So trying to maintain 2 residents is not exactly cheap, to put it very nicely.
Right. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to get the 90,000 cash. Just being honest with you. I mean, I think I could probably make something creatively work, but it sounds to me like you need the cash for multiple reasons. I'm probably going to be more in the range of 75 to 80, just being honest with you. But that's not, there's no commissions there and no closing costs or anything like that. But I see you have it listed at 110, so you were already discounting it for me. But realistically, as an investor, just on a straight cash deal, that's probably where I would need to be is somewhere right around 75,000.
75.
Yeah. And I totally get your situation. So like, you kind of want to sit on that. Normally, I don't like to give that option to people where, hey, you can sit on it and think about it for a little bit. But if you want to sit on it, kind of talk to your husband and see if that's something that you guys would want to entertain. This is my office line. You can call back in anytime. Just ask for RJ.
Okay.
But yeah, that's probably where we would need to be as investors.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah. Let me do some math and I'll see if we can get it to work.
Okay. Sounds good. Sorry about that.
No, don't be sorry. I appreciate your honesty. I truly do.
Awesome. All right. Well, looking forward to hearing back from you. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, this is RJ.
Well, how you doing? Hey, yo, you talking about the property?
Yes, sir. You still looking to sell that property?
Yeah, that's still for sale.
Awesome. How much are you looking to get for it?
I was asking 110 for it.
All right. Well, tell me a little bit about what you got going on.
3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1,100 square feet. I redid the kitchen and the bathroom. Really, that's all I had did to the house. That's all needs to be done.
Okay.
The process of getting it painted, so I was gonna rent it out because no one purchased it yet. But
Why don't you think anybody's purchased it yet?
for probably a month or two. I had offers, but they was way less than I was trying to take.
Well, did they give you reasons why they were offering so much less?
Well, they just said it's just expensive. I mean, they never gave me a. One person was in the process of purchasing the house, but she had to sell her house, so I couldn't keep pushing the sell date back. She put it back for 2 months, so I just canceled it.
I gotcha.
Yeah, because I can't just keep waiting for her to sell hers. She never sell it probably in 6-7 months, and I can't keep waiting for that. So that was stopping a lot of progress.
That makes sense. All right. Give me a second. So what? You're an investor. You fix them up and you flip them. That's what you do.
Say it again?
I said, so what? Are you an investor? You fix them up and flip them, or you decide to rent them?
No, I just get them to rent them. It was my house, my first house. So I purchased a different house, so I was selling this one.
I gotcha. Dude, that's crazy. I'm doing the exact same thing. My first ever house, I just sold it.
Oh, okay.
Same thing. I'm an investor. I can't, I flip them or keep them as rentals. But I just did the exact same thing. It's like the damn property taxes have gone up so much on the property that it's not cash flowing anymore. So it was like, man, I gotta do something about this.
Yeah, like that property, the property tax just went up.
Yeah.
And then my insurance went up, so it's not really benefiting me. So that's why I really was going to sell it.
How much could you rent it for?
I rent it for $1,100.
So it's like a 1% rental.
Say it again?
I was saying, so it's like a 1% rental, because if I paid 110 and I don't know, I probably want it. I mean, I'm the same as you, man. I'm an investor, so normally I'm looking. I mean, how much is the house? I don't have it pulled up in front of me right now, but I mean, how much do you think the property could be worth, like maximum value? 110?
Well, the value of the house that before they got appraised is at $90,000. That's what my bank telling me.
Okay.
So they ain't telling me it's at $90,000. But this before I get it appraised. Like they never seen the kitchen, the bathroom I redid. They never seen nothing else.
Right.
When I bought it 4 or 5 years ago.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Just being honest with you, it's probably not a good fit for me, just based on the information. Renting for $1,100 and paying $110.
Yeah.
This was probably not something that I want to, go after.
Okay, no problem.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate your time.
All right, thanks.
You
rent houses?
Yeah, well, I'm an investor, so I buy them to rent.
Oh, so you buy them and rent?
Yeah, buy them, rent, or sell them.
So do you work with Section 8?
Yes, absolutely.
Because I know someone is looking for a Section 8 house. You have a 2-bedroom voucher.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything vacant right now, but I mean, if I do,
Okay.
if I have something that comes available, then I could reach out to you and see if she's still looking.
Oh, okay, that'd be great. I appreciate that.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Did this just happen? La Buena. What's up, La Buena? Is it true you're the only one on your team? No, that's definitely not true. I don't know who told you that. I definitely have an entire business. I have a 2,500 square foot office. I have a partner, Cassie, who's on a lot of my videos. She just did one yesterday or last week with David Olds and his team about transaction coordination. I also have a bookkeeper. I have a transaction coordinator. I have a team of dispositions and acquisitions managers. I have virtual assistants. And then I also have people on the education side of the business that help out with marketing, copywriting, all kinds of things. So no, we have a full-fledged business. But what's up, La Buena? That's crazy. If you guys don't know who La Buena is, she was a wholesaler that was presenting a deal to Pace Morby that I did on a reaction video too. All right. That was so that was a call in or a call back. And it's crazy because I remember calling. I remember the name was Theodore, but his email said Teddy. And like I just legitimately could not find it anywhere. I don't know where it went. It's just gone. All right. Let's keep going. We got to get some more. Robert says, "Little Buena, you got Pace's email and phone number. That's money." That's true. Pace is a titan in this industry. He's one of the best educators, and just if you're a business guy, I mean, from a business mind perspective, he's awesome.
Please leave your message for
Hello,
Hi, is Terrace there?
this is her.
Hi, Terrace. This is RJ Bates calling about your property over there in Kaufman. You had just entered it on my website saying that you were looking to sell it.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about what you got going on with this.
So I am currently in a flood zone,
Okay.
and I've known that I've been in a flood zone. I have flood insurance, but whenever I purchased the house in 2017, we had a certain road that was in front of us as a county road, and it was much lower. And I lived by a creek, and so whenever the creek would overflow, it would always just go out towards like the road or the very front part of my property where like the main driveway is and everything. But the city fixed the road because they didn't want the road to keep flooding. And so they fixed the road and they raised the road extremely high. And so for all the years that I've lived here since 2017, my house has never flooded. But when they fixed it last year, my house got flooded 2 times because they've raised the road. And so it's just kind of left me with kind of like I don't want to have to keep fixing the house over and over again after it keeps flooding.
Yeah,
and so
terrible.
I'm also pregnant, and so that was kind of another, motivator of like, okay, what's the quickest way that, I could get something and figure out what my next plans were.
Man, that is crazy. That I mean, do you think it's going to be on a repeat occurrence where every time you get a heavy rain that the house is going to flood?
I feel like, with how much it did flood, I feel that way. And I've talked to so many people, and they talk about, you can sue the city or you can take it to courts and everything. I don't have time for that just because my due date is in April, and maybe I'm just more like, I need somewhere for me and my baby to be and not have to worry about floodwater.
Right. How much would you want for the property?
So mean, theoretically, honestly, as long as I can pay off my mortgage and pay off the debt that I've had, like that bills that I owe for the house, like plumbing and some other air conditioner things that I fixed on it. If I could just get all that paid off, that'd be great. And that comes out to $275.
Okay. And it after the flood, did the property get fixed?
So it's currently under reconstruction. So my insurance and my flood insurance is undergoing the check process and everything. So they're sending checks, and I have a contractor who's fixing and rebuilding the house as we speak. But I don't have like a finalized date of when everything will be back to what it was.
Gotcha.
But I definitely got to claim a crazy high amount to like fix everything. Because this last flood, it flooded every single room. And so we've got drywall ripped out from the entire house and bathrooms and all kinds of things getting refixed.
Right. So from like an investor standpoint, couple of concerns would be, if we were to buy the property, we would obviously need to get our own flood insurance. And with the knowledge of the fact that now that you've had a claim because of the flood and the change of the road structure there, the fear would be that the price of the flood insurance for a new owner would just be astronomical. That would be one of my fears.
Yeah.
And then also looking at the property values within like a mile and a half away from your house, looks like 350 is like the highest that properties have sold for. Which, so from my perspective as an investor, I have to look and be like, how can I make money with this? Because otherwise, what am I buying it for? Don't see a whole lot. There was obviously a gorgeous 2017 built mansion that sold for like $1 million around the corner, but there's not much that's selling more for like $350,000. So if I were to buy for $275, and you're saying it's going to be fixed up, there's not going to be anything that needs to be done to the property because they're pretty much remodeling it for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm going to be able to get to 275. I think I'm probably going to be jeez. Is anything else going to need to be done to the house when they're done? Like, because I have pictures from when you bought it. It looked like the roof was kind of distressed a little bit. Have you put a new roof on it since you've owned it?
No, not a new roof. The things that I have done is it has 2 brand new HVAC systems that I put in last year.
Okay.
And so those are brand new. And then I also put there's the beams, or I don't know if you call them beams, but we did the foundation for the property. And so they have I guess you call them beams, or the
piers
that are underneath the house. There you go.
Yeah.
So that's underneath the house, and that has a lifetime warranty. That way, if it does flood, or if the soil starts to shift or whatever, the house will stay where it is.
Right. I'm thinking I'm probably going to be in the lower 2s, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So
what would be I'm going to say, would it be like?
You're like, can you get more specific?
225.
Like, is that 200? Is it 225? it's probably gonna be close to 200. Just to be honest with you, just taking a look. Like, let me ask you this: the damage, did it hit the kitchen at all? Are they doing anything to the kitchen with the insurance money?
Yeah.
Are we getting new cabinets?
Yeah.
Are we getting new countertops?
No, we're gonna keep the countertop.
I hate insurance companies. How are you going to get new cabinets, but then you reuse the countertops? Like, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, come on, guys. Like, we're ripping all this apart. Yeah, I mean, just probably pretty close to that 200, just being honest with you. And then I think you could get more for the property if you tried to list it, which that's something that we could help you out with as well. It's not like we only have one solution, but
The only reason I didn't want to is because I didn't think that anybody would want to get it with having to get flood insurance.
well, that is a concern. I mean, and it's a concern for me too, you know, as an investor, just being honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, but man, I can't believe that they would just like kind of screw you over that bad. Like, I've never really heard of that before, where they come in and just. But I mean, you are a ways off of the road, right? I mean, your house is way back there. Up, you have a pretty long driveway, don't you?
Yeah, well, my driveway is like 300 feet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a ways, but it's not like crazy.
I'm just trying to look at it on Google Maps, and
Yeah.
looks long. But where are you moving to? Are you staying in Kaufman?
Yeah.
Trying to think of, other ways that we could potentially help you there. I mean, my partner Cassie, she's a licensed realtor, so we could help you there. Do you have somebody that you're already working with?
No, so my brother, he would be interested in buying the house. I just needed more of like a quote of like, how much would it be worth, or how much, could I make off of it if I didn't sell it to him versus, how much I would just give to him because he just knows everything that's wrong with it.
Right. I mean, if you don't mind me asking, how much do you owe on it?
I don't mind at all. And so I owe 178, I believe, or 175.
So if we bought it for 200, you're walking away with like 25 grand, but then you got to go find another property. And then you said you owe money on like.
I was about to say, so whenever I did the calculations, because I did it over Christmas break, it was I had to take out a loan to do the HVAC systems, and I had to take out a loan to put in the foundation. So honestly, whatever I make from that would just go straight to pay off those loans.
Jeez.
Because it was $12,000 for the two HVACs, or the two HVAC systems, and then it was about $11,000 for the foundation.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, houses sell every single day that exists in flood zones. I mean, it doesn't mean that your house is so stigmatized that there's nothing you can do with it. And if you owe that much, selling to an investor or a family member might not be your best solution. And if you don't need a solution until April, in reality, for when your due date is, I mean, there is the possibility of, hey, let's list it on the MLS, see what we could get for the property. And if you don't get offers that are netting you a significant amount more, then we can revert back to, here's what an investor could give you. But the other thing is that if you list it on the MLS, that's also going to open up the possibility of more investors seeing the property as well. So, and there's investors that buy off the market, and there's investors that will buy deals that are listed on the market. Normally those investors are willing to pay more. So there's a possibility that to put more money in your pocket, listing it with a realtor could be the better solution. Even though you're going to have the commissions and stuff like that, I think you would be making a significant amount more for what the property is worth.
Yeah.
Are you just worried about like not getting the property sold before the babies do?
Yeah, but that would be my biggest fear, because theoretically I would need to have funds to just at least get an apartment or to get a rental house or something, even if it's just for like a year.
What's your monthly payment on the property?
It's $1,850.
Your house is huge. I wonder what it could rent for. You ever thought about doing that?
Me personally renting it.
Yeah, renting it out to somebody.
My only concern is,
it floods again.
that, but also just if there are damages and things, or not damages, but like, let's say like there's a pipe bust or whatever. I don't necessarily have the
Right
means to take care of all those things.
I've got a property I'm trying to sell in Forney. Would you want another house?
Theoretically down the line, yes. But I just don't have, I don't have the means right now to put anything down on a house.
1850. What do I owe on that house? I owe like 330 something. What can my creative brain come up with? So you owe two other people $275,000. Or is that with you putting some money in your pocket?
Oh no, that was going to pay off the loans, and then with I think about like $20,000 for like a down deposit on another house or something like that.
Gotcha. What could this thing sell for? The reality of it is one of the best things that we could do would be what's called a novation. But it's going to require us listing it on the MLS, and you need this done. When is if that gave you the 275, you're peachy. When are you needing to move out by, like early March?
Oh, I would love to be able to move out like by February.
But if you go get an apartment, how much money do you need to make that happen? You don't need much to make the move happen, right? So what I'm trying to say is like, what if I need more time to do the deal to get the property sold, and you move out before then, and then you get your money and everything paid off after you moved out? Is that a possibility, or is that too scary for you?
It would depend on what the policies were as far as like, I mean, I could pay. It depends, do they accept it? It depends on if these places that I'm trying to go into would accept credit cards.
Well, there's always a possibility of us. There's all kinds of different, like, you can get as creative as we need to. I'm thinking that's probably the best solution here is us come in and eliminate some of the risk for you and say, all right, this is what we want to do. When do you think the work's going to be done by the insurance for the insurance claim?
I'm really hoping at least by the end of February.
Oh, geez.
That's what I'm hoping.
Oh, man. If they're telling you that.
So all of the items are on back order. So like our shower has been put on back order. All the slabs around the showers have been put on back order. All of the things from like the different departments have been put on back order because of either the holidays, but then also now because of the snow, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, man. So end of February, let's say it gets done. So March 1st, it's nice and beautiful. We could list it on the MLS then. The earliest you'd probably close would be the 1st of April if it's sold immediately, right? Geez. And that's, you're going to need to already have made your arrangements there. I mean, realistically, I think there's a way that we could help you one way or another, either if it's, we just do a straight cash transaction and you're getting in the low twos and then it's just not, I think there's a better solution for you, but that's one option. The novation is another route where you probably can get pretty close to what you just need. And then the option where you probably net the most, but it's going to take the longest is where, we just come in and we list it for you. Right.
Yeah.
But no matter what, I mean, finishing out that insurance claim is going to be critical, and it's going to kind of slow down the process no matter what, I mean,
yeah. So
we're probably talking about another month before almost anything can really start transpiring besides the just straight cash. Straight cash could just close right after.
Okay.
I mean, in your ideal world, it's 275 money wise, timeline wise. What is the ideal timeline for you?
So I would love to, if I could move next weekend, I would move next weekend. But it's just because, I'm going to be real honest with you. I'm a first-time mom, and so I just, I'm kind of going through like a little bit more of the panic mode because I'm like, I don't have any kind of, like, I don't even have a nursery. I don't have anything. All my crap is moved into like my bedroom. All of our walls are ripped out. So it's kind of like, I would rather be in an apartment, or I would rather be in a house that I have to rent and just get rid of this house at the sake of just my own sanity of being prepared for my baby.
Right. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I've had 2 kids, and the good news is you're never going to be ready for them. So just go ahead and embrace the fact that you're not ready, and you're not going to be until you have them. And then you realize, wow, we were actually made to be like able to take care of another human being. So it'll naturally just come to you once you mess up a couple of times. And then not having a nursery, that's hilarious to someone that's had 2 kids, because, you spend all this time getting a room ready for the baby, right? And the baby is never in the room because you always want the baby to be right next to you because you're constantly afraid that you're going to find a way to kill it. So you're just like, no, it's got to be right here, right next to me. I literally remember like when my son was born, and it's like I wouldn't even go into the restroom without taking him in there in some sort of crate or something, because it was like, no, this is going to be the moment that like he rolls out of it or he finds a way to like stick something in his mouth and choke and die. So it's like, you know, I'm sitting there rocking him while sitting on the toilet. So, you know, you don't worry about not having the nursery. As long as you got space right next to your bed, you'll be fine. That's my advice from a veteran parent to a new parent. They survived. I got an 11-year-old and a 6-year-old at this point. So.
Well, thank you. I will definitely keep it in mind. I'm definitely like, you know, whatever it is, it'll happen. It'll be fine.
The best thing that was ever bought for us was the little rocker that you can put them in. It was called a sling. So at any point in time I needed to set them down, I could set them in that, and then they couldn't roll out of it. And so it's like, hey, if I need to go do something, rock them. All right. And then I knew he couldn't roll out, and then I'll pick him back up. And so that was the best thing that I can't remember. I called it the sling. I don't know what it was, but basically they just kind of fell into it and fell asleep. So that was the best thing that I ever got bought for me.
I'll definitely put that on my thing.
Anyways, I mean, getting back to your house, I definitely think that we could be a solution for you. This is one of those things where it's like, you kind of have to decide, like, hey, do you like me? Do you think we can be a solution? Maybe you need to talk to Cassie, who would be the realtor involved, and see if you like her and say, hey, I trust you guys. Let's go do this. I mean, you can look me up. You can go search, Google my name, RJ Bates III. I got videos all over the place about how much real estate we do. Cassie and I last year, we were on A&E Zombie House Flipping. So we've bought and sold over a couple thousand properties in the past decade. So we know what we're doing. We could definitely be a solution for you, but we want to make sure, hey, you like us, you trust us, you want us to be the solution for you. If you do, then let's figure it out and let's talk about make sure we get all your needs taken care of, and then see if we can wiggle in a way for us to be able to make money on our side as well. So if that's something you want to look us up and see if you like us, or if you want to talk to Cassie, we can make that happen. And then just kind of from there decide, like, hey, it sounds like you've got the reasons and the motivation why you need to sell, right? And it sounds like the timeline is getting, pretty serious. So at that point, it's just about you deciding, hey, this is what I'm willing to do, and this is what I'm not willing to do.
Yeah. Okay.
And more realistically, the most important part of that is like for you to say, I don't want to do this. Because when you say things that you don't want to do, then that pretty much opens up to, okay, these are all the things that we can do. So like, for example, if it's like, hey, I don't want to wait to get my money until after I moved out, or hey, I don't want to just list it on the MLS and, wait a year to get paid. Like, those are the things that we need to know. And then we can come up with a solution, what those dollars and cents look like surrounding the things that you don't want to do.
Well, because if it's listed, I still make a monthly mortgage payment, correct?
Well, not necessarily. So there's all kinds of different ways that we can do things. One of the ways that we can do things is we can buy the property subject to the existing mortgage, which means the mortgage stays in place and we would make mortgage payments until the property sells. That is one of the ways that we can do things. So that's a classic example of what I'm asking for you to do, is say, like, hey, I would love to not make another mortgage payment. Okay, well, we can make that happen. Now,
but that's theoretically my biggest concern would be, I would use whatever I pay in a mortgage to obviously pay for like another house, because I've found places that are close to here that it's not as expensive as my 2-bedroom house or a 3-bedroom house or whatever that's rented out for like, $13.50 or $15.50 or whatever. And I could use what I was originally making payments towards my mortgage on that.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. But for every action that you ask us to take, there's obviously a monetary reaction that we're going to have, right? So if you say, hey, I don't want to make another mortgage payment, well, okay, I can start making the mortgage payments. But obviously, for every time that I do that, I'm going to want to get that money back and be profitable for doing that, right? So it's like, for everything that you want us to do, I'm going to, from a business perspective, be like, well, there's obviously I have to get compensated for that one way or another. I'm not necessarily saying that comes from you. I'm just saying it comes from whatever the exit strategy is with the property, which our intentions would be on this one to probably sell the thing as fast as we possibly could. So that means, hey, we're flipping it or we're doing a novation on it, which is essentially the same thing. It just depends on the acquisitions. But if we're to do a sub-2 to just eliminate the mortgage payments, okay, we could do that. But again, then the conversation would come down to how much money do you want in your pocket when this thing sells? So like that could be a solution where it's, hey, I want to stop making mortgage payments. I want to move to a house, a rental property. So the money I'm using on my mortgage, I'm now using on my rental. And when the property sells, I want X amount of dollars in my pocket when it closes. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. It does. So I assume if that was the case, like if that was the route, then it would be less than 200,000.
Not necessarily.
I didn't know if that was like
How much did you say you owe on the mortgage again? I didn't write that down.
I believe it's 175 or 178, but I want to say it's 175.
Okay, so 175. Okay, and then you said the mortgage payment is $1,850 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right now you want essentially $100,000 on top of your mortgage to pay off the other debts and then to put money in your pocket, right?
Yeah.
So what we would then have to determine is if I start making, say I make 6 months of payments, I'm going to make like $10,000 in payments there. So I obviously right off the top have to get my 10,000 recouped. And then what can we sell the property for? I mean, I see properties that have sold for $350. Some same size, some smaller. But I would have to then go deep dive into each one of those and look at the condition in comparison to what is our condition. I'd have to go look at those and say, are any of these inside of a flood zone like yours is? Right? I think what's going to end up happening is the compression of value is going to happen where we're not going to get that 350. And so I'm not necessarily saying if we do the sub-2, you get less than 200. Maybe it's 200. Maybe it's, hey, we can get you up to 220. So when it sells, you can walk away with 45,000 and then we take the difference. There's all kinds of different things, but we'd have to like really dive into like the pictures of the properties that are listed, the ones that have sold, and see if any other properties, because it's not like your house is the only house in a flood zone around there, right? I mean, there has to be other properties in flood zones around you, correct?
Yeah.
So I think that would be the other thing that we would have to go do research on and see, have any properties in a flood zone around you sold and what did they sell for? But again, I think all of this could be figured out and then laid out in front of you and say, okay, this is how much money you would actually receive depending on the actions that we take. And it sounds to me like your biggest concern is just like eliminating that mortgage payment if you were to go get another, rental property or something like that.
Yeah. It is. But this is helpful. I was just kind of curious to just know the process and just kind of see what the options were out there to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, there's endless amount of options, to be honest with you. So, like I said, we can be as creative as possible. So Do you want to think about it and then have me follow up with you, or do you want to call me back? How do you want to proceed from here?
I'll call you back. I'm gonna talk to my husband about just the different options, and then I'll just call you back and let you know what I decide.
Okay, so this is the office line. So you can call in. I would say, why don't you, when you call in, why don't you ask to speak to either me or Cassie, and we'll be the best suited to help you.
And your first name, I don't know, it's RJ Banks.
It's RJ Bates, like the Bates Motel.
Okay, and then I don't know why, but on my contact it pops up as Titanium.
So our company name is Titanium Investments.
Okay, well, I was just gonna say while we were talking, I got another phone call from Titanium, and so I didn't know if.
Yeah, it's us. They were my boys in there. They were working. I'm glad you talked to me. They wouldn't have been as creative as me. So
Okay.
good stuff.
Thank you.
All right. Well, have a good night, and looking forward to talk to you soon. Okay.
All right. Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye bye.
All right.
Woo, buddy. Well, hopefully we can turn something there. That's kind of a tough situation with the property values in the flood zone. A lot of different options that we can do for her, so it'll be interesting to see how that one plays out. But I am going to wrap up today's live. We started losing some people there, so I think we've overstayed our welcome here going live today. I hope you guys enjoyed all of the value. Hey, we came right out of the gates. We're sending 2 contracts, so we're gonna get straight cash deal in Utah, which would be excellent. If we can get that one across the finish line, that would be our first ever successful closing in Utah, which would be all 50 states at that point in time. I could wipe away my one bad mark being Utah. And then also we've got a sub 2 hybrid deal. So we're going to give the seller $30,000 cash from the end buyer, who is going to be putting that down as down payment. And then we're going to do a sub 2 wrap. And then that is in Havre, Montana. We did also make another offer in Havre, Montana. Sounded interesting. I'm interested. And then obviously that one there at the end, the Novation conversation. So, hey, great 2 hours and 29 minutes of talking to sellers. Thought there was a lot of fire there. Hey, listen, I'm excited. Thursday and Friday, I saw someone ask, how many people do we have coming to the closers formula? I think we added up. We have a total of 41 people that will be inside of the building. We only have 2,500 square feet, so 41 people inside the building. We're going to be crammed in here, baby. But there's going to be a lot of energy, a lot of excitement coming here on Thursday and Friday. We're going to have a videographer that's going to get some good footage for us so everybody can see what the closer formula looks like. Hoping that we're going to, break some records for amount of deals closed. For sure, the first closer formula we had 13 signed contracts, or 13 contracts sent out. I don't remember exactly how many got signed, but 13 contracts got sent out. I think we're going to blow that away pretty significantly. So excited about Thursday and Friday, and then also on the content side of things, tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. podcast with Joe Fells. If you don't know who Joe Fells is, watch tomorrow's video. He is the millionaire in the van down by the river. He lives in a van. He owns 65 rental properties in 3 different states, free and clear. He lives off the grid pretty much. I mean, he's got solar panels on his van. He's just one of the most unique characters I've ever had the opportunity to interview. Our podcast tomorrow morning is about an hour and 15 minutes long, but it was just, I cried. I cried in the podcast. So we got to talking about all kinds of different topics. We cussed, we fussed, we laughed, we cried, we drank beer together. So it's a hell of a podcast. So check it out tomorrow at 8 a.m. Appreciate everybody supporting us. We're having a record-breaking month on the YouTube channel as far as amount of views, watch time, likes, and comments. You guys have been supporting the hell out of us, and we appreciate it. That's why we're doing things like making these dynamic backgrounds, bringing you more content, bringing you the live videos with all of our vendors. Tomorrow, also, Cassie will be going live with Matthew Potter from the Real Brokerage and the Family Tree. And they will be talking about the power of being an agent investor. So tomorrow, not only do you get the podcast with Joe Fells, but you also get Cassie going live with Matthew Potter. So check that out. Appreciate all the support, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow.